We are glad that you are still tuned to Good Morning Kenya. My name is Vivian Ndegwa. Now we get into a conversation that I had mentioned at the very beginning of the show, and that is on belly fat. We're going to be looking at the types of belly fat and how to get to reduce this belly fat or how to lose it completely. And joining me for this particular conversation is Nelly Kuria. She is a nutritionist. Nelly, welcome to Good Morning Kenya.
Thank you.
How's your morning?
I'm well, and you?
I'm great.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's start by just defining belly fat. What is belly fat? And is there healthy belly fat?
Belly fat is accumulation of fat deposit that is stored on the torso area. Because belly fat, the whole tummy mainly is the torso area.
Yeah.
Yes. So it's accumulation of fat deposit that occurs because of taking a lot of carbs. Because you see, the body will take whatever it needs, then the rest will be, the rest will be left as excessive. It will be taken to the body like excessive fat deposit that will be stored. That is why you find people with layers of fat. Like you find one, like now I was just admiring your tummy. Yes, you're looking very nice. You get people with like a very big tummy with layers. That when one is seated, it can reach even on the knees for women. It looks ugly, why lie? Yes, and it has some issues as well.
Yeah, but we need to draw the line so that we do not body shame. You know, you can't say
I agree.
It looks ugly.
But you see, it has some issues as well. It has some chronic ailment because of the fat deposit. Honestly, you don't even have the self-esteem. It doesn't look good.
Yeah. So belly fat is actually considered one of the most dangerous fats.
Yes, it
You know,
is.
why is that so, and how does that get to affect one's overall health?
Okay, because of the fat deposit on the torso area. We talk of mainly the torso area, the down part.
Yeah.
Because now the belly fat can bring some terminal illness, like you can have diabetic type 2 because of the fat deposit. Then you can have some, because of the weight, because most people, like the Bantu, sorry to say so, we are big on the upper part. So you'll find that you'll have some problem on the knees, you have back problem, simply because the fat deposit that you are carrying is not able to carry the fat deposit, as in the knees.
Yeah.
You feel uncomfortable. Then when you are sleeping, you are snoring, you don't sleep well. Yes, because of the fat deposit, you don't sleep well. You have some kind of, there are so many side effects of the fat deposit on the torso area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Are there different kinds of belly fat? So what types of belly fat are there, if at all there are there?
Okay, we have different kind of belly fat. There's beer belly that look like a pot. There's beer belly. There is hormonal belly. There is sagging belly. Like a muffin cake. As in, it's big here and down here it's small.
Oh.
And most of the people have that. Small here, you are just small on the upper part, but the down tummy looks like a muffin cake. Yes.
So those are the different kinds of
There are different kind of belly fat. But by the way you look at it, you can be able to tell what kind of a tummy that you have. So I can advise everyone to touch and feel how your tummy is for you to know what kind of a tummy that you have.
So what causes this different belly fats? You know, you've mentioned a beer belly. That's definite. It's a definite, you know,
Yes.
it's caused by
belly,
taking beer,
taking a lot of alcohol. But you see, you'll fight with so many people when you tell them not to take alcohol. So whatever I always say, take your alcohol, but in moderate. Yes. And you'll find that most people who take alcohol, they don't take water. So like now you can tell a client, I want you to be taking your alcohol, yes, but in small quantity, but make sure you take water. So they'll tell you there is no difference between alcohol and water because it's just a liquid. So you go through such kind of things. And as well, you know very well that with alcohol, with alcohol, it slows your metabolism. So alcohol is not water. It's just like the way someone takes a lot of tea and say, I'm taking water. So there's difference between tea and what? And water. So you actually tell people, when I say you take water, the belly fat, the alcohol belly, it's because of a lot of alcohol. Because you see, like you'll find alcohol, it has a lot of carbs. So with the carbs, the body takes what it needs, it slows the metabolism, then your belly starts growing slowly by slowly. Then you find that you've already ballooned.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so from the types of belly fat that you just mentioned, you know, are you able to know like what causes or what sort of accumulation has caused that belly? You know, you've talked about the beer one that you've just elaborated. You've mentioned the sagging belly, you've mentioned the muffin one. So are these bellies caused by different sorts of accumulation of fat?
Actually, mostly it's the way we eat.
Yeah.
Other than the beer belly, it's because of the way we eat. Because you'll find that we take a lot of carbs. And carbs are very sweet. So once we take a lot of carbs, the body, you take a lot of carbs, but whatever you are using, whatever you are utilizing, it's not a lot of energy. Because like now, with the carbs, depend on the kind of work that you do. Someone who is doing shamba work, using a lot of energy. So even if you take a lot of carbs, you utilize. So whatever you've taken in, you'll be able to work it out. But now, depending on the kind of work that you do, whatever you are taking in, and you're just seated doing nothing, so that fat, it will be accumulated like fat deposit. So we are actually what you eat. That is what I can say. And the beer and the pot accumulate slowly by slowly. It's a journey. It accumulates slowly by slowly, and then you find that yourself you've already ballooned. Yes.
Yeah. Can some of this be completely out of genetics? Like I can work on watching my belly, you know, watching what I eat and all that, but can I still have the belly? Because, you know,
okay,
genetics.
I always say with genetics, 50-50. Honestly, because if you can't just balloon because you're taking air. So it's what you eat. It's what you eat. I agree, genetics just, let's say like 2%, but you are actually what you eat. Because even if you say your people are having bellies, they are big, still depend on how you are eating. Because in case you watch your diet, you watch your portion, this belly won't be there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's all about...
It's all about food.
What you eat.
What you eat.
Yeah.
Yes.
And can a belly, you know, can the belly indicate like other underlying issues?
True.
Yeah.
Like now, as I've already said, I've talked about diabetic type 2. Some cancers are cause of the fat deposit. Infertility, there's some people who can't even conceive because of the fat deposit. So it's having so many issues.
Yeah. So how do you work towards, you know, losing that belly fat? Let's look at our diet, you know, as a nutritionist. Just advise us what to eat. You've mentioned that carbs is a no-no, and when you partake of the carbs, you take in small portions,
yes.
And you make sure that you do something, like you move your body to ensure that you're bringing it out.
Depend on the kind of work that you do.
Yeah.
So you check on your portion. But the people who are doing heavy jobs, they are using a lot of energy. They can take as much as they can. Yes. But now, for someone like, I'm not saying that you don't work out, but you see, here you don't use a lot of energy. Yes, you're using a lot of energy in thinking, but not in working out. Yes.
So how do we go about, you know, watching, what should we eat? What should we not
We have
eat?
to eat because we need energy.
Yeah.
We live to eat, and we eat to live, honestly, because honestly, you can't do without food. So we live to eat, and we eat to live. It's a two-way thing. So what I always say, there are things that we don't take. Most people, you'll find like most people don't take water. So if you don't take water, there are some people who stay for like 2 or 3 days that they've not gone to, they don't have any bowel movement because they don't take water. So if you take water, you'll honestly have a lot of bowel movement. So if you don't take water still, you'll find that you've already bloated. And you look like you have a big belly. But it's simply because you are bloated because you don't take water. We should take a lot of green vegetables. As in each and every meal that you take, make sure you have vegetables. And actually, half of your plate should be vegetables. Then small amount of protein and a carb, a very small amount. But for people who are already very big, they can try to do with the carbs completely, like for a week, so that the body can use the energy that it has already stored for itself. Yes.
Yeah. So for someone who already has the belly.
For someone who has already have a big belly. Okay, now for the people who are developing a belly, it's not yet there, but it can be there. They can just check on the portion of food that they are taking, then take a lot of green vegetables and take water and take fruits. Because you'll find that there is a way of taking fruits. As in, you should not take fruits with your food. You either have your fruits 30 minutes before food or 30 minutes after food.
So there's a way you should eat.
Yes, not just eating.
Not just anyhow.
Yes, not just eating.
So the proper way of having your fruits is 30 minutes before having a meal?
Before meal, because actually it needs an empty stomach. So if you take it 30 minutes before meal, that fruit will be able to help the body. It will be consumed well in the body. But if you take your fruits and take your food at the same time, this fruit is going to lot in your body. It wasn't digested.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have to take your fruit either 30 minutes before food or 30 minutes after. Then there's a way of taking water, not just taking water. You either have your water before food, not food with water, because that is what most people do.
That's what most people are. We are used to. I'm also guilty of
that. No. You should take your water either before food. Because like in case you take your water before food, you won't be able to have a lot of food because you're already full. And you'll be feeling full all the time. So once you take your water before food, you won't have a lot of food. You see, like that, you'll be able to carb on the foods that you're taking. Yes. If you take your water maybe after food, still, it will be of help. Because like now when you are eating and having your water, you are swallowing some air. So by the end of the day, you might have some stomach problem as well.
So that was for the people whose bellies are progressing.
Yes.
Now for someone who already has that belly, you know, it has accumulated, they have a big belly. How do they go about cutting it, you know, trying to lose it? Because it's not a one-day thing.
Not, this is a journey, you know, so I agree, this is a journey that will be starting. What practices should they, you know? Okay, now, I'm not fighting with the gym, but I always say, once you are already overweight, you don't need to go to the gym. Because honestly, you're going to build up your muscles, yet you've not broken down the fat deposit. So we have to break down the fat deposit before we go to farm it up. So that is why we are there, as in when you visit our clinic, the first thing that you'll do, there is a scale that you stand on. Now on the scale, it will show me how your water is, whether it's low or whether it's high. It will show me your BMI. It will show me your fat deposit, how it is. The fat deposit that is even in the internal organs. It will show me so many things regards you. So once you step on that, it will show me so many things that I'll be able to know how you are. So once I know how you are, there's a health questionnaire that I need to check on whether you have some terminal illness or how you are. So once we know all these, we'll take your measurement inch-wise and weight-wise. There will be a solution to apply on the problem areas. For women, the problem areas, it's the tummy, the thighs, the bicep, and some people have double chin. So once you take the measurement, there's a solution that you'll apply on the problem areas. Once you apply this solution, it will help to open up your clogged pores. So once your pores are being opened, any toxins that you have in the body will come out. Now there's some bandages that will be used to tie you up. The bandages are used so that they can contour or shape up the body. In that, within the first session, you can lose from 6 to 14 inches. As in within the first session, you'll feel more lighter, you'll feel more rejuvenated, and actually you can be able to fit well on an outfit that couldn't fit you well. Yes, that is just within the first session. Though you are losing inch-wise, not weight-wise. As we said, you are what you eat. So within the first session, we are going to lose inch-wise and to firm the body. Then after we do the first session, this is a journey that we are starting, yes? So after we do the detox, because it's kind of a detox that is being done, that helps to take out all the toxins that you have in the body. Because actually we can't start the treatment when you still have your toxins. We have to detoxify so that we can start doing the cavitation. So we have different stages. So within the first session, we detoxify, whereby you lose inchwise. After the first session, we'll make a program depending on how you are, depending on how your layers are of the fat. So after we do the detox, we'll make a program whereby you'll be coming in for the breaking down of the fat deposit. With the breaking down of the fat deposit, we are using the cavitation machine. The cavitation machine will help to liquidify the fat deposit. So we concentrate just on the problem areas. And I've said for men, they have the tummy, they have the love handles, they have the double chin. For women, we have the tummy, we have the thighs, we have the biceps, and we have the tires on the side. So we will just concentrate on the problem areas. This machine will help to liquidify the fat deposit, which will come out naturally like waste byproduct. So after breaking down the fat deposit, we have to turn up the body in that when you lose inchwise, you won't be wobbly. You know, it's good for you to be big and firm rather than to be skinny and your skin is jelly. Yes.
So these procedures are non-invasive?
Invasive, yes.
Yeah, there's no cutting of anything?
No. We are just using natural product. Then we advise, you see, you can't spend your lifetime at my place in the clinic. So once we cut down on the fat deposit, once you achieve your goal, we have to teach you on how you are meant to have your food, because you are actually what you eat. As in, once we are through with you, you'll be able to maintain whatever you'll achieve. Yes.
There are people who advertise. I'm sure most of us have seen, you know, different adverts when you're scrolling on your phone and so on, where people are advertising pills.
Yes.
Pills that can, you know, lose that belly. How effective are those pills? Are most of these pills, and just how safe are they? Because there are those that would say, you know, with having the pill within a week, you lose the belly fat and so on and so forth. So how
what
effective
I can say, I won't fight anyone. What I can say is, okay, now with the pill, one should know how you are, because you can't just take a pill and you don't know what you're taking. Like when you are sick, you go to the hospital for them to know what and what you need to have. So you can't just take any tablet or any kind of liquid not knowing what you're taking. So I always advise someone, know what you're taking before you take it in. Then you should not you should not be like, you want to lose the tummy within a day, yet it has taken you years to be the person that you are. Honestly, I don't advise that.
Yeah, because there are pills, there are also teas.
Yes.
You know,
okay, you see, there's kind of some green tea that is being given. But you see, with the green tea, it curbs the appetite. But still, when you're taking the green tea, you should know what kind of green tea you're taking. Because it's just only for curbing the appetite. Yes.
Yeah.
And you see, you can't forever be taking the green tea. Yes.
There's also some advice that is normally given that if you want to lose the belly fat, you can work on taking warm water with lemon every single morning. How effective is that?
Those are just myths.
That's a myth.
It is, honestly, because even if you take water, how do you expect the hot water?
With lemon.
Lemon is very much okay. But you see, how do you expect the hot water to break down the fat deposit? It's not possible. That's just a myth. It's just like the way you work out and you say because you are sweating, you've lost a lot of fat. That's just a myth. Because like now, when you are sweating, like when you put on jackets and you sweat, are you losing weight? It's the warmth. The body temperature have changed. So there is no way you can tell me, because you've been running up and down and you are sweating, you've lost anything. You've not lost anything. It's the body temperature that have changed. Yes. Have you ever thought of it? Have you ever thought of it?
Well, not necessarily, but you've mentioned that as a myth, you know, the one for taking warm water in the morning with lemon in it will help to break down the fat. So maybe what are some other myths and misconceptions that you would love to mention about, you know, people's perceptions on the belly fat?
People talk about taking the lemons, taking the hot water. There are so many myths, putting on, like now, some people like women, we are always on corset.
Yeah.
We are ever in corset. And you know when you're in corset, your tummy will get in. But once you take out the corset, the tummy is just going to bounce back.
Yeah. Now that you've brought up the issue of the corset, I actually had a question on it. So does the corset help in reducing the belly, or it's just for you looking good when you're putting on this particular dress?
It's just holding the tummy. You should even try to hold the tummy on your own.
Yeah.
Without putting on the corset. Because the minute that you take out the corset, the tummy will fall down.
Does it not help over time when you put on the corsets over time?
You're just uncomfortable for nothing. You're just uncomfortable for nothing. It doesn't help at all. You are just holding it for the time being. But yeah, just consider it. You're just holding it on. But when you take it out, the tummy will just fall down.
All right, so you had mentioned the corset, which is also, as a myth. I cut you while you were continuing with mentioning some of the misconceptions on the belly fat. And yeah.
We talk of the corset, we talk of the hot water, the lemon water. It's good in the morning because it helps in digestion, the lemon water. But don't take it with the idea of you're going to lose your breath, because it actually affects even the gum of your teeth if you take it too much. Yes.
It actually erodes the tooth. All right. So there are people who go for liposuction. You know, you go under the knife.
Yes.
What's your take?
We have to be very, I always say, you didn't gain this tummy within a day, honestly. It has taken you time to be the person that you are. So I always advise people, just lose your tummy naturally. Even the things of taking the balloon, it's just to curb your appetite. You see, with the program that we have, you'll be able to curb your appetite forever, even without anything in you. It's all in mind. If you think that you're hungry, you'll be hungry. It's all in mind. I believe in that. Eat when you're hungry. Don't eat because you have seen the food. And then check on your portion. Yes. Yeah.
But the liposuction is still okay.
Okay. I always say I'm not fighting anyone, but it might not be good on my side. I mean, it might have some negative effect on you, and to me it has some positive effect. So we react differently.
Amaliza.
We react differently.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's take a break and then we come back and finish up with this conversation.
Okay.
All right, and we are back. Our topic of discussion right now is on types of belly fat and how to lose it. And before we wind up with this conversation, Nelly, I can't finish without talking about baby fat, because for most women, they've maintained their body so well for the longest, and then the minute they get to deliver, then now they have this pot belly, you know, baby fat. What's your take on the baby fat, and maybe how can one work on managing it, and how long can it take to like reduce it and you get to go back to your...
Okay, it depends on how you got your baby, whether it was normal delivery or whether it was CS. So it's kind of like within 6 months, if it's baby fat, within 6 months, it should be completely gone. Yes, within 6 months.
You said it depends on how you got your baby. So for the 6 months is whether you had the baby naturally or via CS?
For both, within 6 months, the tummy should be back. Within 6 months. But still, you have to eat well. Not eating quite a lot of food, because you see, once you deliver, you don't even get full. You just eat and feel nothing. So it depends. You still have to take food, enough food, not overeating. Even if you don't have enough milk, don't take a lot of the black beans, the porridge. Just take enough. What I believe in, even if you don't have milk, even if you overeat, you won't have that milk. So just eat enough food and healthy food so that you can sustain your milk for the baby. Yes, and a lot of water.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So for someone who's been watching and following up on this conversation and would love to maybe know more about these procedures that you were talking about that would help lose the belly fat naturally for someone who already has accumulated fat, where do they find you?
Okay, we are basically based in Hurlingham at Chakakot. So if one is coming from town, you get to Kencom, take bus number 46, alight at Chaka. You'll see a black gate written in white, Chakakot. So we are in Chakakot, office number 4. If you can't make it to reach us, you can call me through this number so that I can advise you more and so that you can know what is the way forward. So my number is 0722 874 317. 0722 874 317.
All right, I will allow you to give your final remarks.
What I can say, people who are already overweight, we are there. I've given out my number so that they can reach me. Then I can be able to help them. For people who are not big, they just check on the portion of the food, take a lot of water, and do a lot of, you see, like nowadays, people don't do any exercise. So in case you need anything, you always call a motorbike, bring for me this, you should walk.
Yeah.
So we do some physical exercise and check on our eating habit. People who are already overweight, people who have their berries, my number is 0722 874 317. I can be able to assist them.
All right. Thank you so
very much.
All right. That was Nelly Kuria, who is a nutritionist, and our topic of conversation was on the type of belly fat and what to do to lose it. I am sure that if you were someone who was looking to lose it, maybe you've had or you've gotten to take a thing or two from this conversation. If you're looking to maintain your belly, then you know what to do. Now we end this conversation, but remember that today we get to celebrate World Environmental Day, and that is the discussion that I will be coming back with in just a moment. Don't go too far.